Hello, I'm Brenda Martin with Inside Huntsville, and welcome to our show. This is the time of year companies are looking for new employees, and many college graduates and alumni are seeking new opportunities. Today I have Kellee Crawford from the University of Alabama in Huntsville Career Services Department. Kellee is the Career Programs Manager, and she's got a lot of great information to share with us. Welcome, Kellee, and thanks for joining us.
Thank you very much.
Before we talk about the career fair, tell us a little bit about the Career Services Department at UAH.
Okay. Well, Career Services is great. We encompass everything you can think about for career development. So resume writing, interview skills. We provide exploratory advising as well in our center. We do experiential learning, so co-ops and internships, things like that. So everything that relates to career is focused right there in our office. Our career coordinators are designated to each of the colleges. So every college has a designated career coordinator that gets to know the programs of study, the employers who are seeking people in those particular fields, so that they can offer more customized service to the students in those particular colleges. We also support our alumni for a lifetime at no charge to them, so they have access to everything we do forever.
That is super.
Yeah, thanks.
To have that type of support, you know. Well, okay, soon you'll be having a career fair.
Yes.
And Kellee, tell us a little bit about that. In addition to what year, how often have you had this?
We do it twice a year, every fall and spring. I've been with the career program since 2008. I've been with the university since 2007. But every year since I've been there, and I know it's been a long-standing tradition that the university's offered.
That they've had the career fair.
Yes.
Well, tell us more about who attends and what kinds of folks come.
Okay. Well, it's open only to our students and alumni. So currently enrolled students and alum, we do check at the door. So alumni register with the alumni services, and then students come through and register with our tables. Unfortunately, we don't let the public in. So, and that's really so that our students have all the opportunities that they need.
Have first choice,
Absolutely.
Don't they? Oh.
And our employers prefer it that way. When they're recruiting on a particular college campus, they want to see those college students and those alum. So we usually see, on average, each semester between 600 and 800 in attendance, and that's currently enrolled students and alumni.
That's quite a...
It is. It's quite a number.
It's quite a number.
Yes.
And so, you know what I'm interested in knowing a little bit more about the process. For instance, say I'm a graduate, and I'm looking for a position in public relations. What's the process?
Well, the first thing I would do is suggest that you meet with your career coordinator. So for us, that would be communication arts, which would be the major that would come from.
Okay.
And then you would meet with Anastasia, who is the career coordinator for the College of Liberal Arts. And Anastasia would talk to you about getting your resume ready, any interviewing skills you may want to brush up on, because, you know, whether you've been on 1 or 100, they're always a little different and always a little unsettling.
Sure.
So Anastasia can help you understand what resources are available. We also have an online career management system called Charger Path. So it's here where companies can post positions. All currently enrolled students automatically are rolled in and have an account, and alumni can register for an account, all again at no charge. So they can create their profile, upload their resume, they can apply to positions, and employers who are registered through our system can also see all of the resumes, so they can look for candidates the same way candidates are looking for work.
Okay, so the employers are registered on your
That's right.
website.
Right. We have about a little over 2,500 registered employers right now.
Right. Are they all local or? Okay.
No, because, you know, the majority of our graduates like to stay local, but that doesn't mean everybody does.
Sure.
And so there are opportunities. We're a part of NACE, the National Association of Colleges and Employers, so we have that access to that job board, and it's global.
And it's global, okay. One other thing, what about, you know, there's always been some confusion in terms of the resume, one's resume.
Right.
Should it be a 1 page, should it be 2 pages? I mean,
It's hard, especially for a college student, 1 page.
1 page, okay.
And 1 one page is pretty well suggested because your resume doesn't have to be an exhaustive chronology of everything you've ever done.
Yes.
It's a chronology of what you've done as it relates to the position that you're applying for right now.
Okay.
So it's okay if you're not including every little thing on your resume. As closely as you can keep it to one page, the better. But, you know, after you've been in the business a little while and you've gotten a few years, about a page and a half max is where you want to be.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah. Let's talk about the potential employers. Who are they? Elaborate on that a little
Okay.
bit.
Well, pretty much anybody you see in Research Park. We work with lots of companies right here at our back door, and it's really convenient for our students and our employers because UAH is located in a prime position for Marshall Space Flight Center, of course, for the Arsenal, for companies like Northrop and Lockheed, SAIC. Those are some of the companies we work with. So from the very large to the very local and small business as well.
How many companies traditionally attend?
Fall is usually our bigger event. So we usually see a little over 100, so between 100 and 115. Spring is not the traditional recruiting season, so it's usually a little smaller. Right now we are at about 92, 93 registered companies.
Well, that's a good number.
I am very pleased with that number. Yes.
That's a good number. Now, what's been their feedback about the results?
The employers' feedback?
Yes, the employers.
It's been great. Employers find, one thing we want to make sure that employers have is excellent customer service on our part.
Yes.
So we try and accommodate whatever needs they have. So for instance, we cater lunch and breakfast in for them. They have refreshments all day long. We've got wireless internet that they have access to. Every booth has electrical outlets. So we've listened to what the employers ask for. They get a survey at the end of the career fair. And we ask for their feedback, and it's important to us because we want to continue improving and bringing employers to our campus.
Sure.
So, so the feedback has been really positive, and I'm very proud to say that they all feel that we offer outstanding support. So I love that.
It's got to make you feel good.
It does. I love that.
Yes, yes. Now, what about the feedback from the students, the alumni?
Yeah, we get really good feedback. You know, I think there are. You can't please every student all the time.
Yes.
There are a few students who feel like, well, there really wasn't an opportunity here for me. So what we're trying to do is these are very large comprehensive career fairs, so incorporating all majors, but we also want to start having some smaller events on campus so that we're targeting particular majors within those colleges so that we can open up some additional opportunities for these students.
Kelly, what do you find that many of these students are areas they're going into? What are they majoring in today?
Well, engineering is what we're known for.
Yes.
And
well,
so
sure.
that's really the largest population we have, followed really closely by business, sciences, computer science. So what we see, of course, engineering has great demand, especially in this area. Business is really popping. Management, supply chain, there are a lot of different majors there, finance and accounting. There are really a lot of opportunities there. Computer science, computer programmers, there is just a huge need for those. So we really see the largest number of interest or opportunities coming in those particular areas. But we still try and incorporate, you know, some others. Nursing is also a huge college for us on campus.
Sure,
and we don't always
that's
think
right.
about our nurses because they sort of get overridden by our engineers.
Yes.
And our liberal arts programs are fabulous. So we really want to highlight all of them at some point in time and bring employers to campus and make them realize what we do exactly.
Right. Can you name some of the companies that you've already got on board?
Sure. We've got, of course, some of the largers that you would expect. So Marshall Space Flight Center will be there, SAIC, Northrop Grumman. We also have some volunteer organizations, Boys and Girls Club will be there.
Do you really? Okay.
We do. If for a nonprofit, if they want to come, we don't charge them a fee to participate in the fair. Bentley Software Systems, AdTran, of course, they're a huge supporter of the university. So really, basically, a lot of different areas. Huntsville Hospital, Brookwood Medical Center, Children's Hospital in Birmingham. So we're really attracting some awesome employers for our students.
Right.
Yeah.
Interesting. Now, what types of positions will the companies be hiring for?
All types. So co-ops and internships for our current students. Some companies come looking for students who just sort of need that part-time work and need a paycheck.
Yes.
And then we also see, of course, the degreed positions. So Recruiters are looking for our May grads and then our upcoming summer grads right now. So it's just a variety. Everything is offered here.
How about, talk a little bit about the alumni that that comes back, if you will, to get assistance?
Sure. Well, we see that. Unfortunately, we see a lot of that at times when budgets are being cut or programs are being closed down, and then these alum come back in and they need some extra help sort of getting into a different direction. So we can work with alumni. Sometimes somebody will be in the field 20 years or 30 years and they come back and they say, okay, I want a fresh start. So we talk about how they can use the degree that they have and what other opportunities are available to them and how we can get them in that fresh start. We point them toward every resource that we know. We try and stay in touch with, of course, the larger job boards that we think about. Local, any local job boards, that sort of thing. There are also some local recruiters here in town that will contact us if they're looking for someone. So we try and keep abreast of everything that's available for all levels of those that we work with.
Now, how many people do you have in your department? I mean, because it seems like
it's a lot of work.
It seems like you guys do a lot of work.
We do. Each of the colleges, as I said, has their own coordinator. So
talk about that a little bit in more detail.
Sure. Well, the colleges really like to have somebody housed within their particular buildings, and that's what our coordinators are.
So they're in that particular.
That's correct.
Okay.
They are in that building, so that if students need to just drop by, they know that office is there. We also go out and do a lot of faculty presentations, and especially this time of the year.
Such as?
We go out and talk to classrooms about here's what we do, here's how we help you, here are some opportunities that are available for your major. Just remind them that we're here. I mentioned Charger Path, our online career management system. We just made a big transition into a new system.
Let's talk about that a little bit. Okay.
Yeah, so we let students know that Charger Path is available.
And what is it?
It's, I think, Monster Jobs sort of a platform, but it's
Really?
strictly for our students and alum.
Huh.
So employers register here who want to attract our students. They can register through our system provider and do sort of a one-stop. So if, let's say Northrop wants to attract students and graduates from 20 different colleges, they can register with the provider Simplicity that provides our service and post one job, and it goes out to their multiple school network. So it's really beneficial for the employers, but also good for our students because they get to see opportunities, like we were saying, not just here, but from all over the place. So when we go into the classroom, we talk about that, how they access that, and really just letting them know we're their support. We're here for them. That's our pleasure.
And so the different coordinators you have are in what schools now?
Well, they're in all of the colleges, so every college is represented.
Every college? Okay.
Every college is represented. And so every college knows very well who their coordinator is. They stay in constant contact with faculty. Through our Charger Path system, we can email all of our students at any time, so we can also develop announcements, newsletters, things like that that are targeted to our specific colleges that we're working with.
So tell us exactly what date the career fair will be, where it will be, and all of that information.
Okay, it's coming up on the 28th, January 28th.
That's around the corner.
It is very close, yes. So we're busy, very busy, but this is fabulous. We have one coordinator who's worked with us for a while, and she said she refers to career fair as our prom, and it sort of is our prom.
Oh, okay.
It's our event, you know. So it's coming up on the 28th. It's from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m., and it's in the University Fitness Center.
Oh, that's huge.
Yes.
Yeah, so you've got a lot of space.
We do. We take up all of the courts in the fitness
center.
center.
Really?
We do.
Oh my goodness, okay.
Yeah.
So you have 90 companies that are coming. And so they'll be all over. Now, in terms of the companies, what benefit? Obviously, the benefit is for them to find good employees, of course. But there is, I'm sure, a process for the companies to go through.
Yes.
And there's a cost?
There is a cost. The cost is $200. And like I said, with that, they receive an 8-foot table and booth space, electrical outlets, wireless internet, breakfast. Lunch is catered by Smokey's Barbecue here in town, which is a favorite among our employers.
Okay.
And so they can register with us on our website. If they go to the uah.edu website and just type in career fair, it'll take them right to the registration page. And we're accepting registrations. We'll accept close to within a week of the event if we need to. And like I said, if it's a nonprofit, the fee is waived. So
now the nonprofits, that's a very interesting area. I don't think I've heard that before, where nonprofits are asked to come into a career fair.
Sure, and we've got a lot of students who really want to work for nonprofits.
Sure.
And so this gets them an opportunity to speak with people that work there. And I encourage employers, even if they don't have an opening right this minute, their needs may change in a month or 6 months, or really just the information they can provide to the students about what they do and how they got there is so valuable. Students really look to them as a resource for that kind of information, in addition to looking for a place to work.
Sure. What are some of the nonprofit organizations that, I know you mentioned the Boys and Girls Club. What about United Way? How do you go about reaching out to them?
Oh, phone calls.
This is great.
A lot of phone calls,
okay.
yes.
Do you?
We've got a master email list that we'll add people to, and we start sending emails out really early so people are aware and can start making plans.
Yes.
We've worked with several different, and it's awful, my mind goes away.
Oh, that's
I
okay.
derail sometimes. But, court-appointed juvenile advocates, CAJA, we've worked with them.
CAJA, yes.
So there are a few, and I think a lot of the nonprofits don't realize that we will waive the fee for them, and we absolutely will.
Yes. We need to get that information out.
Yes, and we encourage employers to recruit on campus anytime. So they can work with our office. They can recruit on campus outside of career fair anytime at UAH. And it's not a cost to the employer to do that.
Yes. And of course, I know you mentioned early on that the public, that was one of my questions, that the public was not invited, and for obvious reasons.
Sure.
Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, well, what we saw a few years ago, probably about 7 or 8 years ago, employers really came back when we were asking for their feedback and said, there are some universities that do open their career fair up to the public.
Okay.
But what that means for them is the employer is not able to concentrate on that student base or that alumni base that they're hoping to see at that university. So when they come, their efforts are really concentrated on, they tell me what majors they're seeking. We let the students know. We have a website students can go to see who's coming, what majors they're seeking, links to the employers' websites, that sort of thing. So employers expressed that they really wanted just to see our students and alums. So again, we wanted to make this an experience that they appreciate and enjoy. So we limited attendance to just our students and alum.
Well, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Do you have any advice for those who are attending? And let me tell you, mention where I'm going with that question. We talked earlier about the closet that you have at UH, and I think that's so special to share with our viewers. For the basic reason is that, when students are coming right out of college, they don't always have the proper attire to go for an interview.
That's correct.
And you guys support that and supply information or garments, actually.
Right.
Share that with us.
As best as we can. So anybody can donate to our suit closet. We have outstanding alumni support here and faculty support here, but anybody can donate gently used professional clothing to us, and we have got an area that if a student has an interview coming up or with career fair coming up, they can let us know that they need something to wear. Yes. We'll take them to the closet, let them look through it, see what they can find. We'll help get them sized and try on things. It's really a lot of fun, and so when a student is able to find something that works for them, then they can take that with them. It's free to keep if they want to. If they'd like to redonate it back to the closet, that's absolutely perfect as well. So we want to make sure our students are looking their absolute best, and we keep an iron so that they can iron those things up if they need to.
Yes. So how do you find that many of the students utilize your closet? Do they? Yeah.
We do. We've seen a good number of students, and not just for interviews and career fairs, but some of them have to do speeches, and they have to dress for these speeches.
Yes.
And they don't always plan for that when they pack coming from home for the semester.
Love it. That's great.
Yeah.
So now, the other thing that's quite interesting and nice to know, the public can donate.
Absolutely.
Okay, tell us how.
They can just contact the Career Services program. So like I said, if you go to uah.edu and you type Career Services, you'll see our information pop right up, and they can contact me or any one of us in that office and just let us know that they have a donation. Right now, our main, my office, our hub, is located in the library, in the Solomon Library. So they are free to drop it off at the library, or any of the coordinators will take the donations as well in the colleges. So we're not picky.
This is fabulous. Do you have a phone number that we can share?
Sure. Our phone number is 256-824-6741. That's the main career phone number.
Okay, that's great. And of course, they can go to the website.
Absolutely.
And what is that website again?
You can go to uah.edu and then just type Career Services or Career Fair, just the word career in the search block, and it will get you right to our website.
How about that? Oh, so wonderful. I am really excited about your career closet, I'll even donate some things.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, as I get a little larger.
That's what I found too. I held on to a few things thinking, I'll fit in this again, and then over the holidays, I said, no, I'm not even going to kid myself anymore.
And let's just, donate it to a good service. And that's fabulous. Kellee, thanks for sharing that information.
Sure, thank you.
So let's once again give our viewing audience the information about the upcoming career fair.
Okay. January 28th, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., University Fitness Center.
Okay.
Come in professional attire. Business casual is okay, so for gentlemen, khakis and a polo is okay, or dress slacks and a button-down shirt. Same thing for women, dress slacks, a blouse, that's absolutely fine. So if they've got business casual, just not professional, absolutely fine.
Well, now let's business casual.
Hard to define sometimes.
It is. I was going to ask, what do you see as what do you define as business casual?
Business casual for us is anything other than the suit itself. So the suit is business professional, right?
Okay, sure.
So the jacket matching with the skirt or the pants, and then the shirt, button-down shirt or blouse under. Business casual would be a pair of slacks and a blouse, or a pair of slacks and a sweater, as I have on today. And for gentlemen, maybe the twill pants or the dress pants. We say collared shirt. We expect a collared shirt.
Yes.
A lot of engineers go to work and they're in their polos and khakis, and so that's what our students are comfortable in as well. So that's fine.
Okay.
Absolutely fine. The things that we do monitor at the door.
Good.
So we if you've got jeans on, or I know we're in the fitness center, so it's hard to think I'm going to work out and then go in there, but we'll stop you at the door and say, okay, we've got the suit closet, or if you've got something at home, let's get you dressed professionally before you come in here.
Sure, because after all, that first look,
first impression,
first impression is huge, and it's important.
It is.
And sometimes our young people don't know. Of course, I'm kind of old-fashioned still. I'm still with the collared shirt, the suit, and I mean that's just kind of the way I grew up.
Yeah.
But I know they've gone with the business casual, but it's hard to define sometimes.
It is. And if a student or alum is confused, we can sit down with them. We've got presentations, we've got handouts, we've got information. So, we're happy to guide them through exactly what they need to wear. I even have students come bring in 3 or 4 hangers of things and tell me, is this okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, and we go through it.
What a fabulous service that UAH is providing for their students, their graduates, and their alumni.
Thank you.
And thank you for all that you're doing in the Career Services Department.
It's what I love.
And it sounds like, and it looks like, you really love your job.
I do.
This is great.
I'm a UAH alum, so I love it.
That's great. That's great.
Happy to work where I've spent so many years studying.
So many years, yes. Well, Kellee, thank you for sharing the information about our career fair with us today, about your career fair with us. Best of luck.
Thank you so
for
much.
a successful career fair.
Appreciate
and
that.
I'm sure it's going to be great.
I hope so. Fingers crossed.
Okay. Well, that's our show for today. Thanks for joining us on Inside Huntsville. I'm Brenda Martin. Have a great day.